am Tessa-Marie and welcome to the Morning Blessings. It is Monday, June 17, 2024, 7:59 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I am live from Toronto, Canada. So how are you going? Oh, good morning, Nancy. So nice to see you so early. Wi-Fi is working. Or you got on the Wi-Fi before your neighbors did. Good morning, Stacy. Morning, Ryan. Morning. How are you guys feeling today? It is a wonderful morning. Guess what? Good morning, Valerie. How are you feeling today? It's going to be 91.4 degrees Fahrenheit in Toronto. The whole week is like this. And right now, it's not that hot, but it's supposed to get hotter. Hello, Amo. How are you this morning? We are facing 91.4 degrees Fahrenheit. Well, 33 Celsius, whatever, but it's coming. So we are going to have to deal with it. We wanted it. We will complete. Here we go. See the clock. No time. No more chit chat. Let's get the show on the road. So this morning, I am talking with you about manifesting your desires. And this topic was asked by 1, 2, 3, people, but it's over the month of May. So I kept pushing it back a bit. And then because other things came up that we needed to chat about. So it is this today. I'm having some tea. So let me sip that. And let's get this thing going. So I wrote it. I had to write things down. There are a few more of you here. Hello, Peter. Good morning. Amma, Loretta. Good morning. Wonderful, amazing, beautiful, stunning human beings. Here you go. Did you greet yourself this morning? Did you say who you were today to you? When you woke up this morning, we did that for years in the 2019 and stuff. Good morning. How are you, amazing human person? And hello, sexy. Any of those things. It's a morning greeting to you. It's not a morning greeting. Yeah, a nice heat wave. It's not a morning greeting to everybody else. It's to us. Hi, Colleen. Get ready for our hot weather. So, manifesting your desires. And if you cannot manifest beauty because of you see it, then, well, how can you go further? How can you look in the mirror and see yourself and not manifest or appreciate the beauty, the stunningness, the uniqueness, that special thing? Good morning, Lisa. That is so amazing about you. Good morning, Arita. How are you this amazing morning? The first step in manifesting is to understand the power of your mind. I'm bringing it up. When you guys push me for a topic we have done several times, there is something one of us is missing. And what I teach is what I know or I've done or I've been experienced or I'm looking for. And sometimes you make a comment and your comment leads me to my answer. So sometimes in the first 10 minutes, you get your answer or you get a tip. And somebody gets it in the second 10 minutes and go on, and it goes on like that. Thank you, Lisa. Good morning. So the first step in manifesting is to understand the power of your mind. Your mind is like a fertile garden capable of growing whatever seeds you put in there to grow. Yesterday, I did that. Years ago, I just took a piece from that climb at the back of the house, and I stuck it between my neighbor's house and my house. And you guys saw the reel I made about it with it. I didn't think it would be like that, or it would go like this. I didn't really give it attention to tame it, but I stuck it, and it decided to grow. It just decided to do its thing, and for some reason, I allow it. And that is a lesson for all of us. We have to allow ourselves and each other to grow in their own way, to manifest themselves, their desires in their own way. Our way doesn't always be right, and it doesn't always suit others. So when I got 3 different people requesting that in May, I'm doing it halfway through June. So our mind is like a fertile garden. Everybody's mind is like that. It's up to us to be aware of what it is we're putting in it or what we're giving it to go with. When you focus your thoughts on a particular outcome, this is what it really will come out to be. So manifestation doesn't mean only the good things will manifest. Good morning, Azim. How are you this morning? Thank you. Hello, Joy Tabak. thing about manifesting is what you focus your thoughts on is what you're going to get. If you focus on a particular outcome, this is what reality will bring you. Further on, I will ask you guys how to, or I'll teach you guys how to do it, and I'll ask you to question yourself if you're doing this right. Hi, Londi. The thing about manifesting is this. Even if it is good or it is joyful, it is explained entirely brilliant, it is still going to be manifested. Good morning, Yuko. How are you feeling today? Whatever you put your attention on is what you're going to get. It does not matter. It certainly does not matter. So when we are thinking, and as you know, we put our emotions in something directed at another person. And it really takes a lot of depth later on for us to realize that was our wish for this person over there. Sometimes we go through a whole lifetime not realizing what happened to us along our way, our life, was what we wished when we were 17 and 18 and 19 and 20 and 30 for others. Yes, you see your desire in your mind, eyes, and connect with the emotions of the achieving the desire as if it has already happened. That is so true. But when you spew it out there and you send it out there, and you're thinking, I am sending this thing directly at so and so. All right, they're going to, guess what? It belongs to you. You are the creator. And as I said, our life becomes a little turmoil, and the tunnel keeps spinning and it's spiraling, and we do not realize that is the consistency of our desire for others that really has nothing to do with them. It affects you and only you. So we have to learn to concentrate that thought on what it is we want, not we wish and want to happen to other human beings. We do not have a control over that. And this is really, really hard to absorb. Is when you say the things, just wait, you'll see what will happen to you. Well, you know what? I can wait, but it will maybe happen to you first. The thing though, as I said, we are so much not in the moment that we forget that we said that. We forget to look back and think. We keep doing it as we enter that journey. Every step we take, we stop at a pit stop, and we get angry at the person that we can see that is ahead of us. We look back and we see somebody coming behind us, and we are wishing they never make it. And how do you expect for you to make it? This is what we have to learn. When you are frustrated and your manifestation, visualization, what you're looking for is not happening, no matter what you do, take some time. You know, I call it inflecting and reflecting and all kind of flecting, and see what it is you're saying. You are here. Your business is to stay here and move further. You have to see where you're putting your feet. Because if you're looking up like this at that person that's already there, you're going to trip. And when you're saying, I'm going to beat them, the only person you had, good morning, Christina, how are you today? The only person you can compete with is yourself, or you should compete with yourself. How did I manage my thoughts yesterday? What can I do with my thoughts that I had from 7 o'clock this morning? Now it's 8. How am I making that thought the most beautiful thoughts for me? I am not saying it has to be positive, but the thoughts that suit you. Instead of looking back and saying, if Jen thinks she catch up with me, that's her, but she's not coming. I'm wishing her all these bad things so she cannot get there with me. And in the meantime, somebody's ahead of you and you're hoping that they fall or they fail so you can skip and hop over them. And you want to manifest? You're not even minding your business. Manifestation is not easy. Manifestation requires attention, your thoughts, your energy, your vibration, like what Ahmad just said. Manifestation happen in a sound mind and positive vibration. But sometimes negative and a half-cracked mind, it's going to happen because that is where you put your focus on. So we have to divide this thing and realize, let others be themselves. Let them decide to be whatever it is they have to be. And you concentrate on your path, your journey, and enjoy the taste of that journey that you're creating for yourself. You're manifesting a life. And you have to do that. We harness the power. We harness the power. We must be clear of that power, of what we desire. We have to harness it. Be clear. Be clear. Clarity is the key to manifestation. Be clear. And again, sometimes we are so clear of what we want to happen to another human being. We are so clear. We have all the ups and downs, all the valleys and the hills and the demolition that they're going to experience. We are clear on that. Hey man, that has nothing to do with them. You are clear. You're wasting all that time, all that vibration, all that energy, being clear about what is going to happen to this person. And then it happens to you, but then we still forget to say. Somebody has to remind us. If we could, we should be saying those things to somebody with a memory like an elephant who'll say, remember, hi Marina, good morning. Remember when you wished that on so and so? Well, guess what? You're living it now. But we are clear with our devastating, negative, harsh things for others. And that is really, really hard for others, for people to understand. If your intentions are vague and they're scattered, this is what you will attract. So if you now haven't put that energy you had over there on this person's outcome of their life, if you took just the energy and you put it into your life, and you get focus, and you put your intention to be intense, clear, and really, really focus, not helter-skelter, and just go into it. Yesterday on the Self-Clear Show, Yuko and I spoke about bricks, tiny bricks. We spoke about those little bricks, little 2-minute break. We spoke about 5 minutes, and we spoke about the big one, which is 10 minutes after every task you complete, which is take a 2-minute break after you're done. You had dinner, take a 2-minute break and sit there. During that 2-minute break, think of something good for yourself. Be clear. And clarity comes a lot of the times when we spend the time to look at it, to size it up, to be intense about it, focus, determine, and go. If it is vague and say, I need a car, that is vague. What car? Look at the 1,000 millions of cars they have in this world right now. I want my own home. Which home? Where? What city? What part of the city? What kind of house? What is in it? Do you want more windows, less windows? Do you want a 2-story, a side split, a back split, a row house, a townhouse? You want it in the corner, a condo? You want a whole corner? You want a bungalow? You want this? You want it? What do you want? A house. Tessa-Marie, I just want my own home, right? Somebody said to me, I want multiple rental apartment buildings. Okay, multiple. What is multiple? It's like when somebody comes to the bank and I say to them, how much money do you make? Well, it's almost 40,000. What is almost? It's not a number. I cannot tell the computer almost 40,000. I want a house. What house? The damn woman got a one-legged man. Did you guys forget her? All she said is, I want a man. She got a man. When he came, he had one leg. She goes back to God. You gave me a one-legged man. I asked you for a man. And he said, you didn't say he had to have 2 legs. Clarity. Clear. Be honest. Manifestation requires clarity like driving. You have to know your destination. And that is what I tell people. I call myself a human GPS. Tell me where you want to go. I will help guide you here. I always say that. But if you come to me, when I ask you to give me 5 things you desire in your life. Well, Tessa-Marie, I want to be free of debt. The one that gets me the most is when I say, write it down. And they come and they give me the book. Well, I certainly don't want to be renting like my parents for the rest of my life. I certainly have to get this debt. I do not, I really don't want to keep working for that dumb company. Really? Then why are you telling me that's what you want? I ask you, give me 5 things I can help you get in your life. I am your human GPS. Give me the information and I will help take you there. But you're coming to me, and at that time I just freeze. You think I don't talk? There are times I just don't talk. I look at you and I say, okay, are you done? Yeah. So you just told me what you do not want in your life. What did I ask you? What was the statement I wrote on this thing for you? Give me a list of 5 things you desire to have in your life, to be or to do. 5. And you are telling me about your father. I don't want to drink. I don't drink because my father was a drunk. I don't care. Your father was a drunk. Why are you telling me about your father when he's not there? Last week, I told this young lady, listen to me. Your father is dead, and I heard the angels using his bones for trumpets. So as far as I'm concerned, don't bring him back, because he's not going to come to tell you he was wrong. And it took her a while. She was crying. For the first time, she realized she was blaming him for everything. She had a toothache, people, and she said it's because of her parents not allowing her to go to the dentist. She has a toothache. I said, you're 41 years old. Even if they were there, what they were going to do, carry you on their shoulder and drag you screaming and fighting to the dentist? We have to manifest by knowing what it is we desire, not what we came to. Where you started, Drake said, does not matter. You end up being somewhere else. It's up to you. I stuck that rose bush in the ground, that piece, not a bush, a piece. Last year, I showed you guys the oak leaf lettuce growing between the cracks on the garden wall. It seeded itself. I didn't have to buy plants this year. It decided if that's where I'm going to fall, I'm going to grow. It weathered the winter and it came up. So all of what happens, manifest, learn to observe. You manifest because you decide to do something and never give up and concentrate on your life. Be selfish about you. You have children to take care of, then you do that. But when it comes to you, zero in and be selfish of what it is, the song, the whatever that little troop was of women, what it is you really, really want. That's what they ask. It's all around us. Everything loses their leaves in the fall and the winter, and they come back up. But they come up again. That means they fell, they died, and they came up. So why, when you trip, you decide you cannot come up again? When you're manifesting, believe you have a chance. Yes, the blame game. There's always somebody. The dead people are being blamed, and they don't even know those poor things. So what we forget is that we are manifesting 24/7. You must write it down and be clear and specific. When you put your desires on paper, you are giving them form, shape, and energy. When you write them down, you're giving them form and shape and energy. Even if all you want is good health, let's say you have everything else. You have a swollen toe, you have a swollen ankle, you have a knee that doesn't heal, a shoulder. Talk about it. What it is I can do for me to make sure this thing heals, or I feel good about it. What choice have I got to take? And you put it, what it is you want for you to feel good. I told you guys, I talk to the sensations that are in my body. I refuse to give them the right to call them pain. Pain is not pleasant. I have no feeling when I hear sensation. To me, it's just sensation. And I go, okay, so you want to do this, but guess what? I have to write because I have a right to write. And you are preventing me right now. So if I were you, get on with it, I'm talking to my sensation, not to a human being. So can you imagine somebody standing in my way, what I would do with them? I would gallop all over them. They would not know if it's hooves from a horse or from an elephant. But somehow, some way, I was going to get through them to get what it is I desire. Manifestation is like that. Write it down, give it shape. And when it gets the shape and the clarity, all of us know, smart girl, smart. Well, yeah, what do you think they smart? Specific. It has a clear, make it clear what it is you want. Oh, I want a man and all of that, and I want a house, and I want a goat and a sheep, and then you get a mule, and you're not happy with the mule because you really wanted a cow that you could milk. Well, why didn't you say that? You know, and that is what we're afraid. I don't know, Tessa-Marie. I don't think I can get that. I have news for you. Once you start to feel you have it, you must get it. I think Amma mentioned that, or somebody else, Stacy mentioned it. When you start to feel it, okay, this manifesting thing has to be better than that. It's not that difficult, people. You are looking at it over there. I keep saying the picture you see, and you have to collide. You guys have to become one. The design you have of the life of that particular thing you want, you have to draw it into you so it becomes you and you can feel it. It's not difficult, it's not so challenging, but it requires you to wrestle it to the ground. It requires you to put some energy and say, okay, this is what I want to be. How would I feel if I have it? And that's the magic. How do you feel? Remember, I always say to you guys, how are you feeling today? I don't want to know what you're doing. You're going to be doing 102 things, and at the end of the day, you can't remember one. But if you are feeling, you will remember the feeling. That's why I ask you, how are you feeling? Tell me how you're feeling. Oh, I'm doing good. I said, did I ask you how you're doing? I don't understand this doing thing, because doing means an action. I want to know how you feel. What is inside of you? Manifestation is feeling the thing you desire already in your life, like not as if you have it, living it. What it is you want to feel your body is straight. Feel, how would I feel if I could walk and pull it and say, okay, I would feel like that. Energy. Put your hands up there and feel it. Close your eye. And I'm not asking you to go on the corner of Jane Street and North Jane Street and stand there and do it so the whole public can see. That's a personal thing. Nobody need know. So what are you afraid of doing? And even if they know, half of them don't care what you do. So if in case you stand up in the middle of the street on the sidewalk, and for the minute you're waiting for the lights to change, you close your eyes and you go, I am driving my expensive car. That is, you're in it. So it stopped being over there. It starts being somehow, wherever you are, you should be doing and manifesting what it is you desire. You have to put it together like this. I'm so happy and grateful now that I have and connected with the feeling of having the experience. Yes, now that I have, and this is how I would feel. So let me make myself feel like that way. You want to do like me? You want to walk? Put yourself on the stage. Pause. Stand. Throw your shoulder back. Let your elbow rest on your hip. And take that 30 seconds or less to breathe in the feeling of being successfully doing what it is you manifest. That's all. But it requires repetition. Clarify your intentions. There's not only tell God and the universe what you want. That also helps to align your energy with your desires. It helps. But you have to tell them. You have to be clear, this is what I want. I had a very sore knee and I manifest the pain away. I don't know how it works, but it does. It does. Oh, another thing, it requires faith. You have to believe. Of course you know. You have God. You're telling God what it is you desire. When you do that, and the universe, tell them what you want, that also helps to align your energy with your desires. All of that helps. As you align your energy with your desires, you allow the universe and God to bring what you desire to you. It's all of alignment. You cannot tell me You want to have cheese, and you're aligning to pepper. What does that mean? I didn't confuse you. Just think. You want this beautiful and amazing life, but you're thinking of rotten, nasty things about others. How are you aligned? Move your mind from these people. They can mind their own business like you're supposed to. If you want to manifest, you need to believe and have the faith that it's all about you. And if you are so pious that you do not believe it's all about you, well then good luck with that, because really it's all about you. Nobody is going to die except you. Nobody is going to live except you. It's all about you. Nobody is going to walk forward and tell you to walk forward and expect you to get where you desire to go, because it will not be. It will be their design. And how do you feel when the shoes doesn't fit? How do you feel when the dress is on your body, your shirt, your pants, anything is hurting? It doesn't feel good because it doesn't belong to you. So create what it is you desire. The universe responds to your emotions and beliefs and faith. So it is imperative to align your feelings with your desires. Visualize and see yourself already living the reality you want to manifest. Emotion is the fuel that ignites the manifestation process. Your emotions. Your emotions. You have seen stories and read stories and people that they're living their best life. And they will tell you, I created this. I did it. I purposely sought after it. I showed you guys pictures of the garden because the roses are just proficiously everywhere. And somebody said, I said, it took a long time though. 40 years of gardening with it and playing with it and nurturing it. But that's what I wanted. I got it. I didn't wake up one morning and go to the store and buy one rose bush and came back, and I kept doing it. There's one rose bush, a pink one that started, it's at the beginning next to the gate. It's like 45 years of roses. It started, the company doesn't exist anymore. It was called White Rose. That was the name of the company. It was like a what do you call them? Vegetable place too. But it took time. There were days when it looked sick. I had to nurture it with something. But I desired exactly what you see in that garden is my desire, my plan, my goal. I only had 3 months of the year to work on it. Or whatever, from April until you close it in the fall, right? But in the winter months, I remember what it will be like. I visualize it when I was walking, going to work. As I said, I leave the side door into the garage. But if I look over my left shoulder, I can see that row of roses. Intentionally, they weren't done yet. They weren't there yet. They weren't like this yet. And as I am entering the garage in the winter, I look over my shoulder and I say, one of these days, I'm going to be able to just sit in that garden and don't move. And then I go to work. And I am living it now. The same thing, I show you guys the fireplace. I love it. In the winter, I would stand at that front window. I would look at the snow falling. I would cross my arms like this and say, one of these days, I will come to this window and I will look at that snow. I'll fold my arms. I'll turn around and go make a cup of tea and go and put a fire on. Guess what? I get to do that every day in the winter. But I put emotions into it. I had a list in 2001, July 31st, 2001, 1:10 p.m. I showed you guys the little red book. And one of the last things, the very last thing on that list was that when I retired, I am going to buy a luxury car for cash. That was it. And I did that. I wrote it down. There was a list that long. It's not a big book, but all how much money in the 401k, in the RSP, in the this, into that, into whatever. All of them. And the last thing, and on my birthday, I walked into there the year I retired and I bought a car. And I paid them in cash because I had planned it 10 years ago. It was in the making for 10 years. But I had a stipulation. Remember my stipulation? When I retire, I gave myself a time and I knew what type of luxury car I was going to buy. And I wrote it like that. When I retire, I will buy a luxury car on my birthday for cash. And I did it. But it was clear. And I wrote it down. And this, hi Victor, long time no see, welcome from the Philippines. And there, so when you are manifesting, you need to make sure it is clear. I manifested it in 2001. I think I got it in 2011. But I said when, what type of car, and how I was going to pay for it. There were stipulations and there were clarity. So when manifestation is not working for you, you have two choices. Number one, are your manifestation aligned with your energy, your faith, your belief, your vibration, your thoughts? What you used to say for others will fail. If it is not aligned with that manifestation you have over there, you're not going to get it. Even if you pray to God and if you do not write it down and be clear and concentrate on it, and of course, listen, we are humans. We are going to hurt when somebody we see is doing better than us. We're going to be envious. But we need to find words to help us through that. And one of the sets of words we can use is, you know what? They are doing their thing. I'm bully for them, good for them. It's my turn to do me. I'm going to concentrate on me. You clap them, you encourage them, you push them forward. You're not an auditor. You're not supposed to show up in somebody's life and tell them everything that is wrong with their life, because it cannot be aligned with your desires. Because you want the good things for you. So be sure that when you decide to manifest, you do it in a way that is aligned with your dream, goals, and desires, because we manifest 24/7. Whether we are planning to kill, to murder, to desecrate, to call somebody names, we are actually doing it to ourselves. We prophesize our life with every word followed by an action that we take. So we might have a thought and we follow it with words, and we have the audacity to believe that we're so powerful that our words, it will affect somebody else's life. But guess what? It affects our life, because we are the prophet. We are the prophets of our life, and we prophesize the outcome of every day by our behavior today. So how are you feeling, wonderful people, this morning? Thank you, Tess. It was amazing. Have a wonderful day. I'm going to color my hair. Enjoy coloring your hair, Tracy. Stacy. Hi, Nancy, Stacy, Arita, Yuko, Lisa, Victor, Tina, Ryan, Lodi, and Loretta. Thank you for dropping in. Thank you for hanging in. And, pick up one thing. Do one thing. If you believe, love your energy, long time no see. Yes, Victor, thank you. I hear about you off and on from Belinda, but I don't see you so much anymore. You made an egg sandwich. Have a great start to your week, everyone. Virtual hugs. I have to go. Great conversation. Love you guys. Another thing is requires faith. You have to have faith. You have to have this faith to get anything in your life. But remember, start to feel what you desire. Start to be like it. Start to bring it to you. And if you were on the Morning Blessing Self-Care Show yesterday, pick up one of the tips we gave on taking the breaks in between things that you do, and see how much you can accomplish. You will not even need a to-do list. You'll just find yourself falling into it, because you appreciate a 2-minute break. And as you graduate and understand it, you take a 5-minute break. Even Yuko, when I just was talking about when customers leave, I said, you know what? Why don't you just leave it as it is? The customer is gone, you're going to go. Go sit down for 5 minutes and breathe, relax, drink a cup of tea. Then get up and spend the 5 minutes to get ready to clean up so that the next client comes in. Oh, I never thought about it. What I do, I just start cleaning as soon as and I can just see her. And I told her she looks like a butterfly, but even a butterfly comes to rest sometimes. So she cleans up immediately after, and then she jumps into the next client. Where's the break? And then when you show up, you look frazzled and razzled. And why? A 5-minute break is not going to break the scale. A 10-minute break between your task of just contemplation. You do not have to look at your iPad or you read a book. You, a cup of tea, a cup of water, I don't care, a glass of wine, that's what suits you at that time. And just let yourself absorb it. Like right now, I am going to take a 10-minute break. Because I take a 10-minute break, I will sit and I drink the rest of my tea. And then I get rejuvenated. I can create 4 shorts and a 10-minute video. Then I take another break. And then after I do that, I take another break. I go maybe do reading or writing break. I am going to have to walk through the garden because I saw a rose, the wind blew it and I want it to go up straight, so I have to go tight. Break after that. So this is what we have to do. Remember, you deserve a break. Have an amazing and wonderful day. Love you, and I always look forward to see you. I appreciate you. Thank you for coming. Bye, everybody.